Okay, today we're testing out an APC black box. Basically what this unit does, it takes power from batteries that don't have much juice left in them, that won't even start cars. They can be laying around your yard that are pretty much dead. It'll extract the power out of it, multiply it up, and charge our jumper packs and various systems that we have. So if you're off the grid and you find a battery that's, in a car that's dead and you need juice out of it to do something, charge cell phones or something like that, this will actually extract the power out of it. I'll show you basically with a voltmeter what the battery has. This one's been sitting in the backyard for about 8-9 months through the winter. You can see it's got 12.5 volts left in it. As soon as I put any type of draw on this, it's going to drop down to 11 something. What we're going to do is we're going to hitch our black box up to it. You'll see it'll charge our jumper pack over 12 volts. Now right now our jumper pack has 13 volts in it. If you look at the jumper pack, it's got 13 volts flat. I'm going to put the black box connected to it. We'll switch it on. It's got 13 volts. You'll see it'll start charging up off of the 11.9 is pulling off of the battery. It'll charge our jumper pack up past 13.5, 13.6. We'll try to bring it like to 14 for you so you can see how that, a battery that only has 11.9 to 12 volts in it, how our black box can charge it higher than the power it actually gives out. Right now our jumper pack already went up to 13.1. You can see how the power is multiplied already from 11.9 in our black box to 13.2. It'll just keep climbing, multiply the power. It's already at 13.1. You'll see the jumper pack will start going up. Now it's already at 13.2. You can see there's nothing plugged into the battery. It's just an old battery. Basically this thing is military technology that we're bringing to the public. Most people, when they look at this type of technology, you don't take 12 volt power when you only have 11.8, multiply it and push over 13 volts. And we're charging over 13. We're at 13.3 on our jumper pack, and we only started with basically 11.9 to 12 volts with a draw on that battery. And you can see the battery's already dropping to 11.8, switching between 11.8 and 9. That's all it has to give you. But our black box is powering it up, multiplying the power, so you have 13.4 going out the other side, and it charges our jumper pack up. The jumper pack already just went up to 13.4. That battery never had 13 volts to give that jumper pack. The only way that's possible is one of our black boxes. And again, this is technology that the military has used a while ago, and they never released it to the public. You'll see how it'll just continue to pull power out of that battery, multiply it up, and continually charge our jumper packs. It's a little bit of a slow process with this compared to charging our jumper packs normally with like an alternator setup or a battery charger. On an alternator setup that's pushing like 196 to 120 volts, our jumper packs charge up literally within 10 to 20 seconds. This has basically, you're not putting that type of amperage into the battery. You're already at 13.5, and the dead battery that we have over here that wouldn't start a car is already pushing out over 1.5 volts more than it had to give you into our jumper pack. What we'll do is we'll go over 14 volts with it, just a little over 14, so the video's not too long. And you can see how that a battery that didn't have 14 volts to give you will charge into our jumper pack over 14 volts. You're already at 13.7 now. There's no way that battery, if you hitched it directly to our jumper pack, would charge our jumper pack to 13.7, because it only had basically 11.9 and 12 volts to give you in the beginning. And basically you can take these anywhere. So if you're off the grid, you're trying to power up things, even solar panels that don't push out much power, and if they're giving you like 15, or 13 volts, but you have to use a voltage regulator on a solar panel, and what they are is they're charge controllers. They actually trickle charge batteries. You can take the charge controller off a solar panel, use this black box, and basically boost your solar panel immediately into one of our jumper packs or any of our systems, and get the power off the solar immediately instead of waiting hours for batteries to charge. This will let it charge in minutes, and you have your power immediately, which you don't have with a battery setup. You can see you're already at 13.9 on the jumper pack. That battery never had 13.9 volts to give you. It's already converted the power from 11.8 to 14 on the black box. It'll actually keep going up. I have it set right now at 14.7. This box can be pushed up almost past like 30 volts. The jumper pack's already at 14 volts. It started at 13, and you already got 14 volts into it, and the battery only had 12 volts to give you. We'll go one more point with it just to show you that it'll just keep going. I'm not going to make the video too much longer, but basically you'll see that it'll just keep pushing it. We're the only ones with this technology. It has never been released to the public. So if you're absolutely in a situation where you're off the grid, this thing will take power out of things that don't have much power left in them, multiply it up, enable you to use solar panels, cell phones, computers off the grid. You can see how it already charged our jumper pack up to 14.1. Basically there's nothing coming off that battery. It's just sitting there running in a black box. The only thing that does this is our APC power systems.